Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from astrolada.com here with a quick update about the coming new moon in Cancer. It's going to be on the 10th of July, and I will cover all the 12 signs very quickly, but just to give you a feel about this new moon, it's very calming and healing. So I have good news for you that the next 30 days, a full moon influences approximately 28 days till the next full moon around the start of August, the first week of August, will be under very gentle influences, which is great news. Probably one of the softest and kindest new moon this year. And new moons are about revitalizing, are about restarting something, are about bringing new life, initiating something. So they really, this new moon shows that the whole month after the 10th of July till the first week of August is going to be much more healing, because Cancer is one of the most healing signs. And this new moon has only good aspects. Well, one opposition with Pluto, but it's quite wide. But there is a trine from Neptune, which is about forgiveness, which is about letting go. And it's a separating trine from Neptune, which means that you can easily detach and remove and release. Neptune is about releasing, letting go something from your life without difficulty that has outplayed its role. And it's going to have a very healing and gentle influence on you. It's not going to be a struggle. Plus, there is an applying, which means something from the future, applying sextile from Uranus to this new moon in Cancer, which means that something new, Uranus means something new, will give you help with this new beginning that you're starting in your life, unexpected help. And while Neptune allows you, it's a separating aspect, to release something from the past, to let it go in a gentle, smooth way, Uranus brings something new from the future in a supporting, helpful way to help you heal your soul, to stabilize emotionally, to feel more centered within yourself, because Cancer rules all of those things. And of course, Cancer is about family, about cocooning yourself, about safety, about a feeling of contentment here in the upper part of your stomach, because Cancer rules the stomach. And you know that actually they say that 90% of all the happiness hormones are formed in our stomach, interestingly enough. So, you know, when you feel very kind of content, not like joyful, euphoric, like content in your own skin, you get this warmth in the top of your stomach. So this is how I'm trying to present it to you. What kind of feeling is the ultimate, this new moon in Cancer, which has beautiful supporting aspect, is trying to create in you the sense of security, of contentment, of emotional gentle happiness within you, that you're going to be able to achieve in different areas of your life. And of course, there is a wide opposition with Pluto, which means that there might be some resistance or some opposition that happens in your life, triggered by some figure in power, secret power or obvious power, someone that is resisting something that you are trying to achieve right now, like a little bit of a power struggle. But there's, even if power struggles arise for the next month after this new moon, there's so many ways out with the gentle aspect from Neptune to forgive and to let go through compassion and goodwill to each other, because Neptune is very kind, loving, unconditional love influence that you can release, or you can transform any kind of power struggle or opposition that's coming towards you from external sources, which is Pluto opposition. And of course, there is the sextile to Neptune, to Uranus, which will help you find inventive new ways to adapt yourself, because Cancer is a very adaptive sign, and to whatever you want to initiate and to begin, because it's a new moon, to start something new. It means you have alternative options to choose from, and very unexpected ones that you've never considered before. That's the energy of Uranus. So let's quickly pass through the 12 signs. Consider your rising sign first, then your sun, and then your moon signs. Look at it, the new moon from the 3 signs. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say that we still have our biggest sale, our biggest discount of all the astrology courses that we have, some of the most important ones, up to 50% till Friday, the 10th of the new moon, including, if you want, check it out, because we're not making such a big discount again till the end of the year. Anyway, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, the new moon in Cancer, this healing new moon, is happening in your fourth house, which means a renewal or new beginning in your family. For example, I'm Aries Sun and I'm relocating. So a new beginning in the place of living, with home, with property. Some of you might decide to make renovations, and if you do, it will go quite smoothly. Some of you, and I'm also starting renovation in the States and I'm moving to another continent. So it's very true for me, this new moon. Plus I'm reuniting with my family that I haven't seen in 2 years. So this is very correct for my sun sign. So it means renewal of family connections, even some healing of family pain, emotional family pain, that because Cancer is very healing sign, some new beginning in your family, property, place of living. If you're Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, this new moon is healing your soul through connections. There might be new, it's happening in your third house. So there might be some new connections that appear in your life, like acquaintances, mates, new mates that you meet. Plus, because Neptune is separating with a trine from this new moon, it means that you can easily let go of certain emotional connections with mates, teammates, or people that you know on social media, or acquaintances. You can release them without any kind of regret, or without, you can forgive them and let go of certain past grudges towards such people in your close environment. Might be relatives or siblings as well, because third house is very social house, with those people in your daily life around you, in your communications, interactions, and of course your co-workers, teammates, associates as well. So there can be some healing there, releasing of something, but because it's a new moon, new such acquaintances can appear for you, quite unexpected, because Uranus is involved, quite revitalizing and exciting in conversations. Maybe you can meet someone online, and I'm not talking romantic relationships. I'm talking people more like on a mate-like friendship relationship, and people that bring new ideas, that sparkle you up, that feed your soul, because it's happening in Cancer, healing of the soul. And of course, it can indicate for some of you something as simple as like new communication devices, some new trip. Third house rules new trips, some new contacts, some new business projects. Third house rules those as well, that are very nurturing to your soul, that maybe you can even form some emotional bonds there, or starting to learn some new skill that will be, that you find a lot of contentment through it. I don't know, any skill. It might be like learning to play piano, or learning to make videos, or edit, or learning to do some software, any kind of skills, or learning to knit, whatever it is. It's the skills that we learn, you can initiate now, and it's going to have very grounding, very emotionally soothing influence on you. Then if you're a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the new moon in Cancer, this very healing new moon, is happening in your second house of self-worth. So you might do something new about how you honor yourself, how you honor your body, the physical body. It's very physical, the second house. And it's the house of food as well. So you can, some of you might start, it can give you an inspiration to start some new healing diet, or start eating foods that are more healing and nurturing for your soul. Do you know that every food has a different influence on your mood? Because Cancer rules moods, how you feel emotionally. And for Gemini in particular, because Cancer is their second house, whether it's for their sun, moon, or ascendant, what they eat so much influences their moods. So you're going to get some awareness, and maybe inspiration to start some new way of eating that is more nurturing, more healing for you, that can even liberate you from some emotional trauma in some sort, and regulate your emotions. On another level, your self-worth is the second house, so you might renew somehow your attitude to your self-worth in a more healing way. What does it mean? For example, you might realize that you're worth more if you have your own business. You might come up with ideas for new products, or for new prices that better reflect the value that you're offering out there. For some of you, there might be new opportunity for new source of income to appear, because it is a house of money as well. That will support your family more, because and that will give you a sense of security and contentment. This is the ultimate goal of Cancer. But alternative or new or possibilities to renew your income, your assets, to gain something of value and something of and that will make you feel more secure. But that's very much in material sense. Now, if you're Cancer, especially born around the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, this new moon is happening very close to your birthday, which influences the whole year for you ahead. But for all Cancers in particular, especially Cancer suns, they'll feel a great rejuvenation on a physical level after the new moon. And it will be very important for them that they start doing something new in the coming, especially after the new moon, after the 10th, 11th, after the 11th, when the moon becomes visible. This is the beginning of a new personal year. And if your ascendant or moon is in Cancer, it's a little bit weaker, but still you're going to feel it like a rejuvenation of your energy, of your stamina, of your desire to start something new. So you're going to find yourself showered by ideas around the new moon, a few days before, a few days after, and write them down. And if possible, within the first week after the full moon, try and take the first step in that direction. It might be new ideas in many areas of life for the next 12 months or even for a bigger chunk of your life. But this is when you download from the universe the program, so to speak, and the inspirations. So really pay attention whether to your dreams, whether to your needs and feelings, because they're going to lead you to the right direction, what it is, to the right path that you have to walk on. For some of you, if it's your sun is in Cancer, it might be a renewal of your career goals. For some of you, maybe a new beginning in your career with some project, or a new beginning in matters related to important males in your life, because the sun symbolizes male. All your inspirations, you can just feel more inspired, more alive, very much a new beginning of some sort on a bigger level. For Cancer, feel it the most. And if it's your moon in Cancer, there might be new beginnings in your family and personal life and emotional relationships. And if it's your ascendant in Cancer, this is every area of your life, even the physical body, you might start like a new renewal or new excitement, how to approach your body, work out, how to take care of your body as well, or even renewal of your appearance, Okay, so that's the most important for you Cancers, and it's very positive. If you are Leos, the new moon is happening in your 12th house, which is 12th house is a house of releasing and letting go. You're starting one process of about a month where it will be easier for you to release things that you haven't forgiven, haven't let go of, and even to look at the past. You find yourself more turning towards the past, kind of reminiscing and thinking what is worth to stay in my life and what is not. You might find yourself that you're withdrawing a little bit more this month after the 10th of July to around the beginning of August. And that maybe it's a great time if you're Leo, for example, to 12 houses, to relax, to let go, to go on a holiday, to escape the responsibilities of life and the hum and drum of life. So if you can go on a holiday to around 7th, 8th of August, or to retreat or create your own sanctuary, spend more time alone. You might even feel like you want to sleep a little bit more. You might have some powerful intuitive dreams, because this new moon is happening in your 12th house of sleeping and rest in the sign of Cancer, which is very psychic and healing. You might even release or forgive something that you're stuck on in your dreams. You might dream that you have a reconciliation with someone, or experience something from the past in a dream from a different perspective, and don't feel this person or that circumstances is as emotionally intense and charging. Some kind of a healing in your internal self through dream work, through self-absorption, self-contemplation of a sort. It's fantastic also for starting some new spiritual routine, spiritual exercise, maybe writing gratitude journal or visualizations. because this is the invisible work that we do, the 12th house. But this new moon really pumps it up for you. Maybe start dreaming, but not first yet taking first steps. Dreaming and envisioning and uh, 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 something about the future as well, but it's more like you're forming it in your soul, you're forming it in your imagination. And if you can go to some, exotic place or a retreat into the, within yourself, in the privacy of your own time, reading, sleeping more, researching something, fantastic time for them. This will be very healing for yourself, soul. The Cancer is the sign that heals the soul, that makes you feel like in a cocoon. So such activities, walking by the ocean, being in nature, 12 hours, they're more isolated and more kind of you're in your own imagination, maybe even watching movies, reading books, studying something spiritual, deep research into spiritual matters. This will feed your soul and is healing as well. And also faraway countries and places, some of you might have an ability to access them and an opportunity to go to a faraway place or to start some project with a faraway place of some sort, or some activity of some sort there. Okay, if you are Virgo, this new moon in Cancer is going to be very healing on your friendships, whether you're Virgo sun, moon, or rising. The 11th, it's happening in your 11th house, which means you can renew your friendships. You can suddenly join a new community online or physical new community. You can open yourself for more emotionally gratifying friendships, either renewal of friendships or opening yourself for new such contacts that feed your soul as well. Or you even might have an opportunity to participate in the next 1 month in some big events, whether they're online or whether they're physical, whether it's like a concert or conference of some sort, with like-minded people about that are discussing ideas, the like-minded ideas as well. And the 11th house is the house of goals, wishes, and dreams, and long-term goals. So this can be the time when Virgos download inspiration about some grander or bigger goals or a dream. It's not necessary that they make it happen in the next month. It might be that you download some inspiration or a goal that might happen in 10 years from now, but now the seeds are being planted. And this will be very healing for you. This will make you feel connected, like you belong, like you found the right goal. And you might be able to make certain uh, forward steps with a lot of help, because this eclipse has good aspects, Uranus, Neptune, towards a long-term goal or dream of yours. 11th house also rules gainfulness, so you can have some ideas or take action into achieving more gainfulness in your life, whether it's a bonus, whether it's more income of some sort, but such ideas will come and will be well supported. If you're Libra sun, moon, or rising, the eclipse is happening, the new moon is happening in your 10th house, which means you are able to renew your career. Some ideas can come in regards to where career is headed, the public influence, the social influence you have, your public responsibilities. So for some of you, it might mean starting a new job. For others, that mean an inspiration about a new job or a new project that starts. Also, it can mean some activity or renewal or something important happening. 10th house rules authority figures, institutions, governments, people in power. So because it's a very good lunar new moon, if you approach people of authority or in higher positions than you can get a very good response. And you can get, for example, if you want a promotion or if you want to present to such authority figure certain project, after the 10th of July might be a good idea for that. Or if you want to start a new project, whether you have your own business, for example, and you want to launch some project or activity, this is fantastic time for you to do it, Libras. Plus, they can be the beginning of some socially responsible or more socially visible position for you or activity. Something that you do in the next 1 month will put you in a state where you're more recognized or more visible, and you'll feel more inspired towards such actions to initiate new beginnings there with your career, with your worldly responsibilities of any sort. Now, if you are Scorpio sun, moon, rising, this lunar new moon, this new moon in Cancer is happening in your 9th house. This means a renewal of your faith and beliefs, renewal. Maybe some of you might discover a new teacher. Some of you might discover a new philosophy or a new line of study that really fascinates you and that feels that you belong. It feels so, you feel so aligned emotionally with it. It feels almost healing. It can be a good time for some of you in the next 30 days from the 10th or 9th of July onwards to pre-qualify or to start looking into certain spheres where you can study something, start a course of some sort, something high education. It's not necessary to be a university course. It can be an astrology course or any high knowledge course, something that expands your mind. And even if it's not a course, you just find yourself much more interested in the bigger questions of life. Why am I here? What's the purpose of life? What's happening in the future? You'll be very interested into the future. A lot of you that are more psychic might have certain powerful insights, like almost like prophecies, whether it's dream or in walking states, like downloads about the future. The intuition becomes very strong in the next 30 days because this 9th house of you, the house through which God talks to us and sends us messages, the house of our higher selves. Your higher self will be talking to you and will be giving you direction. So stay open because you will get a lot of instructions intuitively, psychically, or in the form of someone appearing in your life that plays the role of a teacher. It might be even a child, it might be a friend, but they give you some very good advice and counsel because the 9th house is the house where God sends us, our higher self tries to align us to our personal truth and to our personal dharma, the path that will give us most joy in life, whether it's through another person, through something you read, but it's inspirational. So you'll be aligned to your inspirations as well. It also can open up an opportunity for travel to a foreign country or exchange with foreigners, to some of you that expand your horizon, or very alternative and different ideas about reality or about the possibilities that what is possible for you. So this is like almost like seeing things from a higher perspective and realizing there is a bigger world out there, and aligning with this improved version of more self-belief and more belief into the future that will start opening opportunities for you. But if there is an opportunity for you to travel, take it. It's going to be very beneficial because this new moon is wonderful. And my sun is Scorpio rising and moon, and we're relocating to a foreign country. It will be like a brand new world of opportunities opening in front of you. And even if you can't travel, there'll be a brand new world of opportunities opening on an internal level through knowledge or through some new idea that you come across that will make you feel like you're expanding, that you're more than. Also, it can be a new beginning with something connected to foreign documents and so on. All right, if you're Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising, this new moon is happening in your 8th house, which means it can be a renewal of intimacy for some of you. If your sex life has been a bit, not so good, that can renew your sexual intimacy. It can also allow you to release trauma, because 8th house is the house of where we store trauma, and Cancer is a very healing sign. This new moon in Cancer can allow for something that you do in the next 30 days that allows you to heal certain trauma, that allows you to reimagine a trauma in a different light and release it, because there is a trine from Neptune to release painful feelings. And Uranus brings sextile to this new moon in your 8th house of trauma, which means some new information comes to you, which can excite you, which can open doors for, again, for that heavy toxicity that people carry in them, either in physical toxicity, emotional toxicity, to be released, to be transformed. Also, when there is an eclipse, new moon in the 8th house, it can indicate renewal of mutual finances. This is the material side of the 8th house, money from others, your partners, like a new opportunity for your partner for finances. If you're in a business partnership as well, something can come from this mutual combination, mutual resources, or money that can come to you from alimony or from government support or something like that, you know. So money that comes to you from other sources, they can be a renewal opportunity for something new like that, or even from taxes, from insurances or inheritances. But on the spiritual, psychological level, there is the ability to release and to renew yourself psychologically, emotionally, to remove some burden and to kind of do like internal scrap and upliftment of and to release pain that you're holding on to towards another, especially if your trust was broken in some way with another. So you can kind of do some releasing, but also it can be the possibility of creating a deeper emotional intimacy with a new person, because 8th house is very sexual. They call it the soulmate, the house of soulmates. So for some of you, maybe not all Sagittarius, but certainly some other Sagittarius can have like a cathartical experience. 8th house rules catharsis as well on the soul level, maybe even connected to another person, through another person. All right, if you are Capricorn rising or sun or moon, this new moon is happening in your 7th house. There is a renewal of your relationships in the next month, from the 10th of July till the end of July and the first week of August. You can notice that new people are entering your life, that you're also able to release people that no longer serve your life, because there is a separating trine to this new moon with Neptune, but in a way that is not painful, in a way that it's easy to let them go. But while at the same time welcoming new contracts, new agreement, new commitments with someone else, even if it's like not a new life partner coming to your life, because there is a new moon in your 7th house every year. You can't meet a life partner every year, but there is a renewal of an existing partnership or relationships, or recommitment to existing clients, for example. Or maybe there's a new chapter starting, or something new, that your partner comes with a new idea or new circumstances in your life, and that affects you as well. Its 7th house is also business contracts, not friendships, but clients, let's say, or collaborators. You can start a new project in collaboration with another person. That will be a good thing, because this new moon has a lot of gentle, good aspects. So be open to such things. They will bring you opportunities if you have to do something with another, to collaborate. And it will feel very healing on you. Relationships will feel healing. Or you can even start counseling with someone, start something new, counseling with another, where you kind of one-to-one, where you share with another person advice. So you can approach some professional in the form of an advisor. You know, that would be a good time to do it, to sign a contract with someone as well during this full moon. There is this new moon till it's growing to the full moon as well, if you want the relationships and the contract to last long. Agreements of any sort will be quite beneficial for you to do. Signing deals, sales, if you have to do, you might have an idea for new sales or a new project to bring out to the public and to do sales that has to be approved by others. Again, these are things that will go well. If you are Aquarius and moon rising, that's me, you are going to have the new moon in the 6th house of health. So what's going to be soothing and comforting for you will be to create some new routine. Something will change in your routines. There'll be a renewal on your daily routines and activities. And for me, that is so true, because we're relocating to another continent. I have to get used to another routine, another time schedule. We're not going to have the same routines like till now. You know, the kids are not going to go to daycare or anything. So all my routines will have to be totally renewed, totally changed. My time schedule, day schedule, this is the 6th house, how you arrange your day, your responsibilities, your errands, your routines. There is a renewal and you need to adapt. But Cancer is a very adaptable sign. Don't worry, it happens easy. So if there is some change in your job routines, in your job, for some of you it might mean the starting of a new job project at work. For some of you might mean the renewal of jobs. So starting a new job, starting a new work project, getting a new employee, hiring someone, new employee. Again, all of those things go well because this new moon has very supportive influences, good aspects. Wide opposition with Pluto, you have to make some effort, but still more helpful aspects. than stressful. So that will be good to renew your routines. You have to adapt to that. Maybe to what can give you a sense of comfort is starting some new health routine, whether with a diet, because 6th house is how we take care of our health, some exercise routine. This will be great. And not something that is too kind of intense. If you start any kind of health routine for exercise, for health, in a more gentle way, because Neptune is making sextile, maybe start with swimming or walking, and then Neptune is making trine, then Uranus is making sextile. You could introduce some new exciting alternative exercises or methods of 6th houses, whether it's supplements, whether it's nutrition, something that you've never tried before, you can incorporate, but it's going to happen in an easy way that makes you feel excited and positive about those changes. Okay, if you are Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the new moon is happening and it's going to influence the whole next month for you to around the first week of August in your 5th house. How lucky is it? So it means that there can be a renewal of a love life if you're Pisces. There might be the appearance of a new romantic relationship that makes you feel very comforted, that makes you feel quite secure emotionally. That might be based on emotional compatibility and the desire to nestle up and to create a family as well. Anyway, Pisces rising, Sun and Moon people are usually very romantic because they have Cancer in their 5th house, and now Cancer is being activated by a new moon, which has mostly good aspects. So in the romantic scheme, renewal, if you're already in a relationship, can happen there. So maybe going on a few dates with your partner, you're feeling more romantic. That will heal your soul. Or if you're single, you might even meet someone. It's not necessarily you'll meet the love of your life. There is a new moon in your 5th house every year, but this one is particularly gentle and nice. So if there is an opportunity to go on a date with someone, be open to it. There is 2-to-1 chances that it will be a better, because there are 2 good aspects, 1 difficult aspect, but the 2 good ones are much closer. So you have a better chance of having a good romantic time. Plus 5th house rules, holidays, going to restaurants, entertainment, enjoying yourself, theater. So you have an opportunity. Basically, your interest towards such activities will be renewed. You might find yourself having more fun, taking more risks to go partying, to enjoy yourself. Or some of it can mean the new inspiration. 5th house is creative activities. So some of you might, and ideas. So some of you might get a great idea, like very original idea, and you're not copying from someone, it comes to you. You're the generator of that new idea. It can be an idea for your business. It can be an idea for something, might be creative or might be business idea, but you're generating it. And it's unique and it shows how brilliant you are. And you'll notice your confidence. There is the possibility to renew your confidence. 6th house rules confidence, self-expression, how you express yourself, how you put yourself in central position. And I know Pisces don't generally love putting themselves in central positions, but something might align in this month from 10th of July till the start of August, that you'd find yourself much more entertaining, much more in center stage roles, much more creative, sparkling with ideas, having more fun, feeling like life is more joyful, easy flowing, feeling a bit like a child as well, flirty, creative, in the moment as well. And even if you're not interested in love, it's just 5th house is that feeling you get when you feel like you're flying a little bit, when you're in love, like everything is so joyful, time stops. Well, there are other ways to make time stop for you, and you're going to discover maybe some of those that give you a bit more joy, reconnect you with that spark inside, that time stops, future, past, you're present in the moment. It happens when you have fun as well, or when you're creative. And it can also indicate for some of you renewal of relationship with children, a new beginning in the life of a child of yours. Yeah, so there we go. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And don't forget, we have 3 more days of the biggest sale, up to 50% of one of my best courses and our other teachers' best courses. Check them out before the sale ends, because it's not coming for 6 months again. Thank you, and enjoy this healing, soft new moon in Cancer.